Have you ever made a decision that you later regretted, wondering why you chose so poorly? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of cognitive biases, hidden forces in our minds that often lead us astray. Understanding these biases is the first step towards making better decisions in both our personal and professional lives. Cognitive biases are systematic patterns of deviation from norm or rationality in judgment. Essentially, they are mental shortcuts that our brains use to make decision-making quicker and easier, but sometimes they lead us down the wrong path. These biases are often subconscious, making them even harder to identify and counteract. They arise from our brain's attempt to simplify information processing. Why do these biases exist in the first place? They stem from evolutionary adaptations. Our ancestors needed to make fast decisions for survival, like determining whether an animal was a threat. These quick judgments, although not always accurate, increased their chances of survival. Today, we face far more complex decisions, yet our brains still rely on these ancient shortcuts. Let's explore some of the most common cognitive biases and how they influence our decisions. These include anchoring bias, confirmation bias, overconfidence bias, and many more. First up, anchoring bias. This occurs when we rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive, the anchor, when making decisions. For example, if you see a shirt priced at $100, then another at $50, the second shirt seems like a great deal, even if it's still overpriced. This bias can affect major financial decisions, such as negotiations for salary or price haggling. Next, confirmation bias. This happens when we favor information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs while ignoring contradictory evidence. It's why people with strong political views often only read news that supports their stance. This bias can lead to polarized thinking and poor decision-making in areas like business strategy, where diverse perspectives are crucial. Overconfidence bias is our tendency to overestimate our own abilities or the accuracy of our knowledge. This can lead to risky decisions, like investing in a volatile stock because we believe we're better at predicting the market than we actually are. Overconfidence can also manifest in everyday tasks, such as driving, where most people consider themselves to be above-average drivers. The availability heuristic is another common bias. This occurs when people make decisions based on the information that is most readily available to them, rather than all relevant data. For instance, after seeing news reports about airplane crashes, people might overestimate the dangers of flying, despite statistics showing it's one of the safest modes of transportation. These biases can have a significant impact on our personal and professional lives. From everyday purchases to major life choices, cognitive biases can distort our perception and lead us to make poor decisions. In the workplace, they can affect hiring processes, performance evaluations, and strategic decisions, potentially leading to significant financial losses. So, how can we overcome these biases? The first step is awareness. By recognizing that these biases exist, we can start questioning our initial judgments and seek out diverse perspectives. Education and training in critical thinking and decision-making can also help reduce the influence of these biases. Here are some practical tips to combat cognitive biases. Take your time with important decisions. Slow down and give yourself the opportunity to consider all relevant information. Seek advice from others, especially those with different viewpoints. This can provide a more balanced perspective. Reflect on past decisions and their outcomes. This reflection can help you identify patterns in your thinking and make adjustments. Use decision-making frameworks and checklists to ensure all factors are considered. Let's look at some real-world examples where cognitive biases have played a major role. In the 2008 financial crisis, overconfidence bias led many investors to underestimate risks, resulting in catastrophic losses. In marketing, companies often use anchoring to influence consumer behavior, such as showing a high, original price next to a discounted price to make the latter seem like a bargain. Continuous learning and self-awareness are key to overcoming cognitive biases. Engaging in lifelong learning and staying informed about psychological research can equip us with the tools to recognize and counteract these biases. Participating in workshops and training sessions can also enhance our decision-making skills. By understanding and mitigating the effects of cognitive biases, we can improve our decision-making processes and make choices that are more rational and beneficial. Remember, our minds are powerful, but they're not perfect. Stay curious, stay critical, and make better decisions. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. And let us know in the comments, what's a bad decision you've made because of cognitive biases? Your story might help others learn and grow.